Okay, folks, I'm back here showing you the tree damage from a few weeks ago that I told you about. There's my wrecked boat over there. Here's a debris field. Looks like my wood log splitter got a little bruised over there. But in that a few minutes ago, I just made this nice little pile of mulch here. What we have here is, I want to show you, is the Wallenstein wood chipper that I bought 25 years ago. Cost me a pretty penny then. I don't think I could afford one now. But you put them in storage, and they're not like cars. You just grease them up and they're ready to roll. So thing runs beautiful, and it's top of the line in its class, actually. And you can see here's the chips here. In the end, I'm gonna have maybe 30 yards of chips between all of this, and I'm taking that tree down here. You see too, that was severely damaged. Okay, folks, here's the compost pile. I got a video clip I'll show you in a few minutes all about the compost pile. But you know what compost is, that nice black gold that you like to put in your garden full of earthworms and all that. I make 30 cubic yards of this a year. And that's just with the leaves in the yard. But I'll tell you that in a video in a few minutes. But all those chips you see up there are coming in here, and they get mixed up with the front end loader. I mix this all up, and because it's green, it's really green, those chips, this whole pile of microbes are going to go crazy, and it's going to start literally smoking, baby. This is the food for the garden, and it's all free. All I got to do is work for it, you know. Out here in the fields, I fight for my meals. I put my back into my living. I don't need to fight to prove I'm right. I don't need to be forgiven. I'm going to add a short clip that I made last fall about the compost pile, which is immediately relevant to this video. Okay, folks, this is part of the ancient family library here. You can see all of that. But down here, I want to focus on my parents' library of organic gardening, composting, nutrition, garden tips, and all that. Encyclopedia of Gardening. J.J. Rodale, and 1959, complete book of composting. Rodale Books, 1960. All this stuff, my parents were organic gardening freaks as early as 1959 and 1960. Amazing. I'm aiming the camera into the compost pile. I'm going to walk down there just to give you an idea of the scale of the size of the operation. About 20 yards, if you can hear that. Okay, I'm gonna go up a little closer, and you can see, if you get up close, it's like black gold. And see all this stuff: banana peels, eggshells, chicken bones, coffee grounds, potato peels, carrot peels. All that stuff goes in here too. And at the end of the year, when I mow down the field after the last hard frost, I get mountain loads of nice green grass that goes in there. Really makes this pile move. I got a wood chipper too. So some years when I have severe tree damage, I put yards and yards of wood chips in here also. Well, folks, one of the major ingredients in a compost pile is leaves. And you can see there's an abundance of leaves here. There's a forest here. There's pine and there's oak and all that. But one of the best ingredients is right here, and it's maple. Maple leaves decompose the fastest of all those leaves, and they really make the compost piles thrive. And now there's like 10 of these trees in my yard, these big giant ancient oak maple trees. And I'm just gonna walk to the front real quick here. I'm gonna run because I want to make a short video. See, the leaves are coming down now. Well, this stuff gets 2-3 feet thick over in this area. And what happens is I pick it all up with the tractor. The chopper grinds it up, and I put hundreds of bushels of this stuff into the compost pile. And that's on top of wood chips and anything else that goes in there. All that compost, maybe 30 to 50 cubic yards a year if I want to make that much, which I do sometimes, feeds this area. It's 100 by 100, which is 10,000 square feet. Just imagine a 10,000 square foot home. And there's my little greenhouse over there under construction. So it's quite the operation, really. I couldn't do any of this without a tractor and a front end loader. Think of what 30 to 50 cubic yards of compost is. That's 3 to 5 dump truck loads. That's huge. You need a machine for this. You know, you hear music, you want to get back to Yazgar's farm, and we got to get back to the garden and all that. Well, you gotta consider some simple things. I'm not a preacher or nothing, but one of the first commandments in the Bible was to Adam and Eve, thou shalt not eat of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Now, if you think you know the difference between good and evil, you probably belong in the lunatic camp over there someplace. But the second commandment of God was, after he kicked them out of the garden, by the sweat of your brow shall ye eat. And if you think you're going to eat, drink, and be merry while the world is going to hell, and you got to realize you got to eat by the sweat of your brow. Another way of putting that is, if you're an old water buffalo out on the Serengeti plain and you lived a good life, you think, anyway, and you're going to just lay down in the grass and chew your cud and have a good time, hey, there's a pack of lions over there waiting for you. They're going to tear you to pieces. Wake up, folks. There is no such thing as a golden parachute. There really isn't. Before I shut this video off, compost is part of the natural cycle of life. I get off the deep end, you know what I mean?